everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Love and Light Talk Show. I'm your host, Jayshree Shrikant, and today I come to you with not one, but two super souls. And why are they super souls? You're going to find out very, very soon. I have with me today the beautiful, and I'm telling you, her age has not obviously affected them because I met them almost 15 years ago. We go long back. We go way back to Nairobi, Kenya, where I'm from. And I have with me Rani Jamal from Rani Productions and Sanna Andani, who is also very instrumental in sort of bringing what has today become a phenomenal production house. Rani has been very instrumental in sort of kickstarting what was a dead industry in Kenya. In 1998, she founded Rani Productions, which has gone on to revolutionize the whole entertainment industry in Kenya. And I can tell you, boy, oh boy, did she bring some change. She was also extremely instrumental in bringing out my dance group, promoting us, and really setting what was to become my life. And so I'm very grateful to her in so many ways. So Rani and Sanna, thank you so much for taking your time to be with me today. I'm very excited for our American listeners to just hear your story. And, you know, I have to tell you, being in America, a lot of people are so focused on what is happening in America. So this is nice. They're going to get to hear your stories. And to find out more about even just Nairobi and your lives. So before I continue, I just want to give a little heads up on what is Rani about and what is Sanna all about. All right, so Rani is actually a pioneer in the music and fashion industry. She is was the first to bring sensational superstars from Raghav, Russell Peters, Sean Paul, Adnan Sami, Mika Singh, Sonu Nigam, to name many more. And Sanna with conceptualizing fashion house. I'm going to be talking more about Fashlore, but that too, under the banner, they brought in Ritu Berry, Manish Malhotra, Nita Lala, Satyapal, and many more. And they also got Katrina Kaif, Tanushree Datta, Gohar Khan to actually walk the ramp in Nairobi, unheard of. So thank you so much for coming on my show. Welcome. I mean, let's say Jumbo in Nairobi, right? How do we say it?
Jumbo. Jayshree, thank you for having us on your show.
Asante Sana is all I can say. Asante Sana. Now, Rani, both of you are not in Nairobi, right?
Right. Right now, we are not in Nairobi. We are in India.
How did that happen? Like, was it you were touring and then you got stuck?
I'll tell you what happened. But thank you so much, Jayshree. Thank you for your kind words. You've been very generous with your words.
No. This is just typical.
And you are a superstar. You are a superstar for us.
Oh my God! Please. I get inspired from
very talented Jayshree.
Yes. I'm going to tell a story about Rani later on.
Okay. So you know what happened, Jayshree? We were here on a vacation in December.
Okay.
And we had planned a couple of shows in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going back and forth in Dubai. So February was one of our show of Khan Sahab.
Okay.
We did Rahat Fateh Ali Khan in Dubai.
I love him.
And then we came back to India thinking that 27th of March, we were supposed to hold another show, Abeda Parveen.
Okay.
The Sufi show in Dubai. So we came back to India thinking that within a week, 10 days, we will be back in Dubai for the show. And this was around 13th of March.
Yeah.
And 22nd, we got locked down. And since then, we are just stuck in India because that time we never even thought that it's going to take so long to...
so it's what, 6 months now?
Situation. It's how many months now?
That's about
7 months.
Mm-hmm. That's a long time.
But the good thing is that we both are together.
I was going to say.
The best time together. Yes.
I mean, I don't know if the restaurants are probably open, but the food is phenomenal in India.
You can see that, Jayshree.
Listen, I have 3 kids and the whole day they're snacking. And I'm like, okay, I will also have that. This is great. I mean, this you're stuck at home, right?
You
But
look
do you?
Jayashree, you look the same to me. You don't have to worry about your weight.
Uh, Trust me, it's been up and on, and like one of the middle child, he has a sweet tooth like me. So anytime there's brownies and chocolate layer cakes, we look at it, we're like, no, I don't think I need a slice. Then I'll take a bite, and then I take another bite. Next thing I know, whole thing's gone. So and that is the quarantine. It's called the quarantine 15 because everybody has put on 15 pounds. It's a real thing. So, but things have opened up in India. What about, but air travel is, you're scared to do the travel back to Nairobi?
No, there are no flights going back to Kenya. There were only 3 evacuation flights.
Don't tell me.
The first one, we didn't get the seats.
Okay.
It went very full because they only gave the priority to the people who came here to India for the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So they were taken back. And the second flight, we were not ready because all the sick people were going back again.
Yeah, no.
So we're not ready again. And third one, again, we never got the seats there. So
Wow,
since
it's really tough then.
The reason for us to be in India, eat and drink and be
Eat
merry.
and drink and be merry. I mean,
on us. So we got used to this lifestyle.
Right. And but anyway, Nairobi, I'm guessing not much is happening. So I don't think you're missing anything.
Yeah, actually not. You are so right.
Right.
There's not much happening there. Yes.
If anything, you're in the most happening place right now.
Yes.
Mumbai is where it's all at. So Rani, I'm going to be going through questions like between Sanna and you.
Yes.
So I want to find out from your first show till date, Rani, what very interesting for somebody to say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to become the entertainment force in the country, or is it something that you just were passionate about and did you expect it to become such a huge production house? Tell me about your journey from the conception, the idea that I'm going to do this until where you are today.
Jayashree, actually it started with the boredom. I was so bored. Right. In Kenya, there was nothing happening. There was nothing that people can go to for the entertainment world. There was the right gap.
There was nothing.
When I moved into it, there was nothing that people even thought about live shows. And I just dreamt about it, that why don't I do something like that? And when it happened. So my first show was, international show was Sean Paul. Where he was very, very scared. And Jayashree, you're from Kenya, so security was the biggest concern for all the artists coming to Kenya.
Right.
And they were not ready to believe that Kenya can be a secure place for them to go.
Yeah.
So we had to go through a lot of things that we had to convince them. We have to have the CBI people coming along with them. Their own security followed them. Bomb squad people came and checked the whole country where the ground we were going to hold the show at. And we after going through all those formality, and I was prepared. I said I have to have this show happening in Kenya. And as you know, after the show, we put Kenya on the world map.
Absolutely.
That every artist wanted to come after that to Kenya. So we proved that Kenya is the safe country to come to.
Right. No, it was huge. I was personally there, and just shocking. First of all, we were like, Sean Paul in Nairobi, and he was huge back then. So then after Sean Paul, the next was it Adnan Sami?
The Bollywood artist, Adnan Sami. That time, if you remember his song Lift Kara De.
That was huge.
He was very, very famous, and he was at the top. And as you know, Jayashree, like we have done 68 shows for now.
68.
8 shows, and we have only brought the artists when they are at the top. Like Adnan was at the top, Sean Paul was at the top, Mika was at the top. Sonu was at the top, Shreya was at the top. We have never brought artists who was outdated afterwards.
I know.
So
actually, that is what Kenya was doing before you stepped in. It was always artists who are like, all right, I don't have any other place to go. Kenya. It's like you close your eyes and look at the map and like, where am I gonna go? So very nice. And now, do you find it easier to? I'm sure you're a household name with a lot of the artists and the managers. So now, when you say Rani Productions from Kenya, do you find that the response is much faster? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna come.
They look for us now, okay?
They look for you.
They're also on a look with a
Yes.
good professional promoter. So they are on a look and they come and approach us and we feel good about it.
Absolutely.
That at least, but Jayashree, after 20 years of hard working, if people don't look for you, I've wasted my time.
Something is wrong. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we've become a label now. And we are proud to say that that people have recognized us for our good work.
Absolutely. No, it's a lot of work. And I was telling you over the phone is what you did. People don't even see the background work. They only just see, the show and the promos. There's a whole lot of background work.
It takes away also a lot out of you.
It does.
But Jayashree, I live for that moment.
Yeah.
When I see my crowd dancing, I see my audience enjoying.
That is.
I live for that moment.
And that's
and I enjoy it thoroughly. I enjoy that.
True entertainer. What you just said, that the joy of seeing people having fun and every second, and especially when those artists churn out the next song, which is a huge hit, and then you just see people go crazy. I can see you. I mean, that's an entertainer. Sanna, coming to you. So fashion is a lot. I call it one of the most creative industries, but yet one of the hardest to break into. And so for you to go into fashion, I know you got Rani and she is a great pillar of strength. I know that, but still, when did you realize that fashion is something you want to do and dig your fingers in?
Well, growing up, of course, with mom, I was always around the world of fashion. Before promoting music, she had started fashion. She was the first ones to bring in labels to Kenya. People knew what a fashion brand was, like from a Manish to a Rituveri. So I was always around that atmosphere. So from a young childhood, I loved dressing up. I used to watch her dressing up. So it just grew. And I think after I moved back from uni, it just became something I wanted to develop from what she had created. And I think that made it easier for me to enter the market because it was something that was already she had created and I just had to create it to a more digital
next level.
To a next level. So just made it more like for the time now.
And I think you seeing Manish Malhotra sort of at work, physically, I mean, that's a rare thing for people to see firsthand. So you watched him doing his thing, right? So that must have also given you it's like, so like, they say in school you can learn, but when you're physically able to live through the experience, that's a bigger learning experience.
Yes, that is the best lesson. So from all that helped me create what Fashlo is today.
Who is your favorite designer, Indian designer?
There's so many.
So many. Each one comes with their own
high end to the upcoming, and now there's so many new upcoming talents. It's amazing to see that. And with social media, it's made it easier for designers to also reach consumers. So you're able to view all the talent out there. Whereas before it was just those few household names which people knew about.
Sabyasachi or
But now it's become so vast. There's so many designers with such good talent. It's amazing.
A very important question for especially even I'm sure designers and those in the fashion industry here in the US as well. I'm sure they'd all want to know. So our world is in free fall. And how are you as a designer navigating through this pandemic? I mean, obviously, I'm guessing people are not shopping that much because we don't have places.
So initially, yes, the first 3-4 months were tough because people were still not sure what's coming next, what's happening next. It was a very unplanned situation. But in the past month, we've tried to just divert more attention on our online space, creating our online platforms, reaching out to our consumers through Instagram, Facebook, our clientele, and trying to just help them come back into the more retail therapy experience. We're giving them more personalized virtual experience, which has been great because we're able to create a different set of on-demand fashion, which is more bespoke, customized, on order.
Wow.
So at the same time, it's also good for sustainability because we're doing more on-demand fashion. We're working with designers where it's backward. We take the orders, we give it to the designers, as opposed to before they send us their full collection. So it's tough, but people are now accepting it, and people actually liking the personalization of it.
Yes. It's one key thing that you said, personalization. So here in the US, as you all know, you get what you get. You get the small, you get the medium, you get the large. In India, it's very different. Everything is really, as she said, tailor-made, custom-made. So you want this tucked in, it will be done. Everything is just so a lot of fitting, as we say. So what you're offering is basically that you're going to be offering the fitting of the outfit. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and with all the high-end designers, like recently we had a order from Sabia Sachi or Manish, we would go back to the designer and get it personalized to your made to measure, which is very, very rare to get.
Very rare. Yep.
But now we're trying to build that model with the designers, and they've been very, very helpful and very supportive of this for our clientele in Kenya.
I'm going to link Sanna's website in the description box. Definitely check it out. I was on it yesterday and I was like, I want this, I want this, and I want this. The thing about I did see about they call jutis?
Jutis, yes.
Their sizing, I saw only 3 sizes. I don't know what's 39 in US. I'm guessing, is it a 6.5? Do you guys know?
It would be a 6.5, yes.
That's small. That would run small because here I think the average is 8.
So again, with different markets, so we also try and customize to the market. Recently, we launched in Toronto, so based on what the market needs and the sizing, we work towards.
Got it. I mean, I just see it exploding. I mean, your stuff is phenomenal. So Rani, coming to you, can you tell me you don't have to name, but one of the most difficult artists you have dealt with today, maybe just an experience which maybe taught you, because I don't believe any experience is bad or good. I think it's a learning curve.
Jayashree, as far like I said, we've done so far 68 concerts. Nobody is difficult, but they're professionals. And if you understand the language of being professional, I don't find them there being difficult. But then when you don't meet their requirement, you don't give them what they want, naturally they're going to be difficult because they're creative people.
Yeah.
And for them to understand that Kenya is not Europe, Kenya is not America.
Yeah.
We get very limitation. So I found a way to work with them in a way that their technical rider will reach us, we'll work on the technical rider, we'll be in touch with their sound engineer, light engineer, and then we will solve that beforehand. So whatever is available, we come to the terms that this is what we can provide, this is what we can't provide.
Yeah.
But beside that, I don't think they are difficult.
So you're saying in terms of the technicals that on the stage, for example, the speakers facing them, feedback, so that in that angle.
Yeah, technicality is from the sound to the light to the backline to their speakers to their microphone to every detailing what they need.
Yeah.
So, in America, India is also very advanced.
Very advanced, yeah.
So everything is available, but like how Kenya is. So when I did my first show, Jayashree, you will laugh at it. The people even didn't know what is backdrop.
Oh no.
So to create everything was such a big problem for me.
They're like, what's going to be the backdrop? And they're like, what do you mean back? There's a backdrop.
What is backdrop? I'm at the front now. What is it?
What is on the back? It's a wall. It's a good wall. It's painted. Oh.
But anyway, even I was not born. I also learned.
You've also learned with every
because
show.
I've not. And Jaishri, another thing, I've never counted my success in plus or minus. I've never counted that I made money for this show, so I'm more successful, or I lost money. I lost money for a couple of shows. I lost money.
I know.
And when I was talking to my mother, one time I was really, really down and talking to my mother that maybe, Mom, I have not gone to study this, what I'm doing, so I can go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, no, whatever money you have lost, you paid to the University of Learning. Like, you have never learned to pay. So this is how you pay and
you have
learn.
paid to the University of Learning, yeah.
And then
she learned from that.
Yeah.
A little expensive way of learning, but you learn.
Yeah, expensive way of learning, but practical, like you told Sanna, no, that theory and practical are two different things, right? So practically, nobody would have taught what I have learned from by myself.
Nowhere.
So you learn from your mistake, you learn from your number of shows you do, you learn from dealing with people.
Yeah.
So at the end, like she said, don't think you have lost money. You paid to the university to learn them.
I love your mom. Your mom is like, now I know why you think the way you do. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, what I get from your story very clearly is you have to be very focused, like razor sharp focus. That if there's something you want done, don't be wavering, just focus, and you can really achieve anything in life. And like you said, you can fall, but you get up, and again you're like, I'm gonna, that I love that about you. You are truly a woman of substance. Sanna's following in your footsteps, obviously. Okay, so I'm guessing a lot of yours, I'm coming just back to Rani, and then I'll go to did you have to cancel any of the shows this year?
So far, no. We put it on the hold.
Okay.
We didn't cancel. We didn't announce or we cancel. Okay. But like in Dubai, what we were doing, we had to cancel that, postpone.
Okay.
To whenever now the situation is right to do the show.
Yeah. I don't know. How is Dubai during the pandemic? I think they're okay, right? Because it's so.
Yeah, okay. They've opened everything. I don't think they. See, because of the population also. The population is not a big number compared to the facility they have. So they can cope. Even if they go worse, they can cope because they have the facility.
Yep, true. Okay, so Sanna, this is I love this question. Where do you derive your creativity and inspiration from?
Inspiration is my mom. She's always keeps inspiring me, keeps pushing, keeps challenging me.
Yeah.
Creativity, I think it's built over time and over the years.
Yeah.
With different experiences, dealing with different markets, different designers. Because I'm always constantly in touch with fashion and it's evolving and new talent.
Yeah.
That it helps us create for the market.
Yeah.
With all. So, like, say, for instance, now the sustainability fashion has become such a big thing. That helps us focus our creativity into that element and try to see what we can work around that.
Yeah.
To launch in markets.
And that's a very important thing, the sustainability. So obviously we were talking about, and I know your brand is completely about sustainable solutions and labor, sort of how to give back to the laborers, right? Can you tell us more about how you are incorporating that with your line?
So just last year, we launched a sustainable brand. And through that, we use that to firstly educate, because it was still very new, and it's still very new in a market like Kenya, to understand what sustainability means.
Yes.
It could be from your labor, it could be from your fabric, it could be from just helping people understand the value of quality over quantity. So we try and focus on all the elements. Obviously, we cannot say that it's just one thing that we focus on, say quality or just labor force. We try and focus on every aspect of sustainability, whether it's restyling an outfit you've bought a few years ago by just creating, say, a different sari blouse for it. That's also one form of sustainability where you reuse your outfits which you've bought, and that's one way we also educate our clients. So you don't have to invest in many outfits. You can restyle and
got it.
find solutions.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. And I think also the way the clothes are made today, like you don't find yourself having to sort of change it up too much. And I think it's, I don't know about in Kenya, but in the US now we've started sort of repeating. So you wear something, then again you repeat it. Unless you're a celebrity, then you cannot do that. But Sanna, what is like one of your favorite materials to work with?
I think I love all different fabrics. Currently, mull and cottons are trending for. We're totally in love with the mull fabrics.
Yes.
Everything in our store is very mull, easy breezy.
Yes, easy breezy. And that is one of my biggest problems with most of the Indian outfits is, and because here we cannot keep going to the, I mean, we don't have somebody to iron, right? Because, you know, so anything you throw into your dryer, remove it, should just look right. And every time I throw an Indian outfit, I'm like, what happened to this outfit? Because, you know, you have to iron. And I'm like, then you kind of stay away from wearing Indian clothes. But I found chiffon is nice. Chiffon doesn't crinkle.
Yeah, and now also we have the pleated silks, which we usually work with as well. Wash and wear, which is very low maintenance.
Cotton silk, does that crinkle too? I've heard of that.
It does tend to crinkle, yes.
But it's very soft.
Then you have the satins, you have the silks.
Okay, we're going to jump right into Rani. I'm guessing meets and greets are going to become something of the past, or going forward?
It's already it passed because Jayashree, for last couple of shows what we did, we never did meet and greet party. Just a photo shoot session and that's it. First we used to have one previous day
I remember.
You remember? But now
I was an MC for you for Ustad Zakir Hussain and Pandit Shiv.
Yes, Jayashree. You remember?
I remember that dinner. That was some good food. And it was great company.
Jayashree. From dancing to MC to radio presenter to beautiful looking model. What have you all done?
But that was the best show. Do you remember during this the MCing, I had the braids, like my whole head was... And then I had a sari, like a Kanjivaram sari. It was, what a look. It was like African. And then I realized later, I was like, whoa, this is like the African Indo look.
This is what, even we had a braid.
I might have a picture
even we had a braid.
Right?
Look for that picture.
Will look for it.
You have the picture, send it to me. I'll put it at the end, like a gallery. I'm going to put a gallery at the end of, of just our memories. It's going to be so great.
Yes.
Also the dancing, Jayashree is the one who taught me to
Jayashree,
dance.
You remember one of our show, that Navratri show? We were the only one who was
Sanatan Dharma temple.
Dancing, Jayashree.
Yeah, but what were we doing? Now, but that was the first time I dived so deep into Garba, and because of you. Otherwise, usually I'll just go dance, but because it was you made it like, hey Jay, come, let's do like an actual dance. I really dived into finding out what is Garba, what is Dandiya, and the nuances. So until today, I use that knowledge. Go figure. Again, same thing, experience. I told you were very instrumental. But so did you do Garba again after that, or?
But again. My worst experience doing the show.
I remember. I saw your face on the second night or third night, and I was like, okay, I will just walk away from Rani right
now. Not my scene at all.
And it's a 9-day thing. It's not like one day. It's a 9 days.
What I couldn't figure it out. That how did I become part of this?
And you actually brought a wonderful orchestra from India.
Wonderful band and all that thing.
Them. See, Rani, these are one of those things which you're like, okay, it goes into a book of never to happen again.
Never to happen again.
Nice
Mika Singh, come back again and again, 5 times. But Garba, no, ain't happening.
No.
No.
Mika Singh is entertainer.
Yes.
Mika, people
Note to
want
self.
that.
Mika Singh, is he also so bubbly in person?
Oh my God! I'll tell you very quickly. One incident happened. First time we brought him, it's a protocol by the promoter that you have to go and pick him up for the show, and you have to go and drop him after the show.
Got it.
After the show, as soon as the show finished, we were at the backstage and we ran from there because the whole mob came at the backstage. So normally it happens, which I had known.
Yeah.
But before that, we had laid the whole buffet for all the artists to eat.
Okay.
So Mika doesn't eat until after the show.
Okay.
So he didn't eat. He had no dinner.
Okay.
Which I didn't realize because there was a whole buffet laid there, and I thought maybe he's eaten his food.
So when I was checking many things
at the hotel, he's telling me, "Let's go home." I said, "Home where?" So he's telling me, "Rani ji, let's go home to your house." I said, "My house? I was coming to drop you at the hotel, but why would we go to my house?" He's saying, "Khana kidhar khayenge?" I said, "Khana aapne to kha liya na backstage mein." He's saying, "I've not eaten. I'm hungry and I have to eat." So I said, "But my house has no food."
Then
he said, "Koi baat nahi, hum paka lenge." Then he's calling some of your co-singers.
Yeah.
दो लड़कियां थी co-singers, उसको बुलाया. What was the name? Akasha and Tarika. Tarika, Akasha, Rani ke ghar aa jao. They all came at my house. Now they are telling us to cook. Mika is telling us.
What time was it? Like 1 a.m.?
No, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. He's telling me, मैं बहुत नहीं खाऊंगा रानी जी, सिर्फ एक चिकन बना दो, एक दाल बना दो, 2 सब्जियां चलेगी, परोठे बना दो.
Rani, I saw what Sanna was posting on Facebook. I said, Rani made all of this food. She's like, Rani ma made everything. I said, oh my God.
Who taught me how to cook?
He taught me.
Oh my God. उसने खुद ने भी बनाया chicken. He himself made chicken.
Good cook. So he's a good cook.
He is a very good cook and he brags about his cooking. So मुझे बोलता है आपको नहीं आएगा जो मैं पकाऊंगा. So he made.
Oh my gosh.
And then we
you have
ate.
a picture of him cooking in your kitchen?
Yeah,
I mean,
we have.
It's funny.
I'll send it to you.
Mika Singh cooking in Rani's kitchen. I can't believe it. I really can't. So then he sat down and ate.
6 o'clock in the morning. We had our main meal.
This is too funny.
But since then we have become friends. He's a very, like you were just asking me, how is he?
Yeah.
He's such a darling. He's such a nice person.
He's
very
like
bubbly,
a really nice, bubbly,
very family minded guy.
Where's his brother? He's a.
I think he had his heydays. Now he's
done.
He's done. He's done. Remember that?
I mean, I loved his brother's music too. That's why I used to always wonder, where is he? Jagjit Singh, you brought him too.
No, I didn't. Never
okay,
brought
him. Okay. That was actually one of my last shows in Kenya before I left. So, oh my God, yeah, I think more or less oh yeah, this is a big one. So it's apparently released how future concerts are going to look like. So everyone's going to have like these little mini pods. Do you see that happening? I mean, I can. Yeah.
In Dubai, they tried Sonu Nigam show and they failed. Because see, Jayashree, beside social distance and all that, people are still scared to go and attend. And it is never the same. Like, I would like to go to the concert and I want my all hands all over. I want to dance. I want to feel next to me.
Yeah.
The person
like, this is weird. Like, the next person. And also for artists too, you know, they love jumping into the crowd. Just imagine they jump, they fall on the ground.
But can you believe, Jayashree, this COVID thing, human being are scared of another human?
I can see it.
How sad situation we are living in.
It's a sad situation. And I went to somewhere and my mask just, you know, I don't know what's wrong with my mask. It's a little silly mask. So it kind of fell down a little bit. And, you know, the looks I got, like, oh, you better wear your mask. Like, I mean, also, like, I want to breathe a little bit. But people are looking at you very badly. Like, if you don't come with a mask, you're not even allowed inside. But if your mask, you lower it even a little bit to breathe, big problem.
You
Forget
can't even
that.
cough.
Forget
Oh,
that.
you come.
You know, we were in the queue in the essential shopping in COVID. We were only allowed to go for essential shopping. So we used to go to Nature's Basket. Now there was a long queue. So I never realized. I just coughed, and 20 of them, they just left, and my number was right at the
Don't tell me.
So I learned that you must cough.
Okay, we'll get into it 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, this is my oldest son.
Hey, how are you?
Pups. So it's nice to see that Kenyan fashion is coming up.
I know there's some few Indian designers too, right? Like, but their clothes are more in African touch with the African touch.
Yes, with an African touch, and we do in the future want to also help promote them and provide a platform. The same we have been able to market Indian Pakistani designers.
Oh yeah.
So we do look forward to working with many Kenyan designers.
Yeah.
In the future.
I think that will be a game changer completely. Yeah.
Yes.
Jayshree, look what we are wearing.
Oh, Princess and Queen. Wait, where are these from? They're awesome.
They're from India.
India, right? You have to admit, the workmanship in India is amazing. Oh, Viri, you keep coming and interrupting me. Please go to Papa. Yes. I don't understand. My friend yesterday is calling me. He says you're the mother duck, and then you have these 3 ducks behind you. Like
cute.
So he says, when I see you as mother duck, and then 3 ducks, duck behind you. Oh my God! Thank you so much for joining me today.
Lovely, and Jayshree. Beside that, it's so lovely to see you after so many years.
I'm
we
so
felt
happy
so
to
personal and connected.
So I'll tell you the quick story. We were in Diamond Plaza, and then Rani calls me. She's like, "Jishi, where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm in Diamond Plaza because I always go to get Maru Bhajia because I used to live nearby." I'm nearby, and I was like, "Okay." And then she came, she picked me up. So we were discussing, I think, the Raghav show, and I could see her feet were tired because she removed her shoes and she was like rubbing her feet. And the first thing I was like, man, see, like I could even tell you in that time, I was like, you probably were on your feet the whole day. But Raghav show was such a huge hit, and Sanna was so much fun, right?
It was your group which danced.
Yes, and I have a clip of me, Sanna, and Poonam, and I think I forget her name, Ashwina,
Ashna.
Yes, and Ashna, the 4 of us dancing. I'm going to put that as well. I want to say thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Now have to run to another call.
Okay. See you.
I'll see you. Actually, hold on. I'll just pause it for a second. Hold on.